What if I told you breathing could be a voluntary process? Sup fam, this is Anrita Dikshit and today we're going to be talking about bandhas. Now I know that we've covered bandhas a little bit in our previous pranayamic videos, but we haven't actually delved into the understanding of what bandhas are and how to theoretically go about performing them. So first off, bandhas are considered to be neuromuscular locks that we implement in different parts of our body to sort of control and harness the flow of pranayamic energy and the flow of prana in our entire body. Now, ancient yogic texts believed that apart from the nerves, blood, tissue, and the cells that form our body biologically, there's also a conscious energy that exists within all of us, and that conscious energy is also transported within our body, just the way blood or nervous energy is. Now, this conscious energy is transported through nadis, which are considered to be 76,000 nadis in our entire body by ancient yogic texts. Now, in order to control the flow of this prana or the flow through these nadis, we implement the bandhas, and they have to be implemented correctly in order to avoid any damage to your internal system. So here I would suggest that you really try the practical practice of bandhas with an expert guru or someone who has vast knowledge of pranayamic practices and the bandhas, because you don't want to hurt yourself or cause any damage to your breathing apparatus in the process. But keeping that in mind, let's get down to understanding the three bandhas that are most important and that are most commonly applied in most of our pranayamic practices. Alright, so the first one is Mula Bandh, the second one is Uddiyana Bandh, and the third one is Jalandhar Bandh. So in Mula Bandh, what we have to do is actually contract the anal muscles and prevent any air or pranayamic or pranic energy from escaping through that opening. Now, I understand it can be a little absurd to actually contract your anal muscles and put so much attention in that direction, but it is essential that you do that because it allows you to focus, makes your mind one-pointed, and allows you to really hone in on contracting one specific muscle in your body. So, and it's extremely beneficial mentally, and also it is believed to get rid of languor and any kind of callousness that you have, because it forces you to pay attention to detail and to work on your Mula Bandh. The second one is called the Uddiyana Bandh. Now, this Uddiyana Bandh is focused on your stomach muscles and your abdominal region, and it really works your abdominal viscera on your core vital organs. So how you need to perform this is you really pull your stomach muscles inwards, and by doing that, what happens is you create a sort of vacuum in your abdominal region, and that prevents the pranayamic energy from moving towards the lower or external parts, extremities of your body. Now, because of this Uddiyana Bandh, there's a lot of benefit that is provided, and I think the top benefit that we receive is that your adrenal glands get activated. So it is said to just stoke the digestive fire, and that's the benefit of Uddiyana Bandh. And then we move forward to understanding Jalandhar Bandh, which is situated in the neck region and is said to benefit the thyroid gland. So it's pretty simple to perform actually. You just need to lower your chin downwards and try and touch it to your chest, all the while contracting the neck muscles and trying to get your thyroid gland as well as your other muscles to be activated. So that is the process of Jalandhar Bandh. So the three bandhas once again are Mula Bandh, Uddiyana Bandh, and Jalandhar Bandh. And now, how do you actually perform these in the vast majority of your pranayamic practices? So the real principle that we have to keep in mind is that your Mula Bandh is performed before you inhale. So you're sort of locking in the system at your anal region before you take the inhalation inwards. This is how we do it. For example, if we're starting off with the practice, a particular pranayamic practice or any pranayamic breathing, we lock in our Mula Bandh and sort of contract that anal opening. Then we take the inhalation inwards and breathe. Once you've got the air inside your system and it's passed down through your neck, you implement the Jalandhar Bandh. So you look downwards and lock in your chin to your chest. And once the air has moved inwards, then you sort of implement the Uddiyana Bandh and pull your stomach muscles inwards to then lock in all three bandhas and stay in that or maintain it for as long as you can. Now, you retain this breath, and that is considered to be the most important part of pranayamic practices. And once you feel like you have held it for long enough and you need to release the breath, then you release the Uddiyana Bandh first. The air comes up, you release the Jalandhar Bandh, look up, exhale, and then release the Mula Bandh at your anus. So that's the process or the flow of performing your bandhas. And obviously this requires much more detailed explanation because there are 8 classical varieties of pranayama, and each one functions differently. So when we're actually doing the practical tutorials, we'll understand and look at how to fulfill those different requirements within the practice of pranayama using these bandhas. So I hope this video has helped you and you've understood theoretically how to perform bandhas and what they're all about. Also, please remember that bandhas, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, are a very advanced yogic practice. So if you're a beginner, please first master your asanas, have a more wide understanding of what yoga is all about, and then get into understanding bandhas. Just to give you an example, when I did the yoga diploma at Kaivalya Dham, we actually did bandhas much later. I think we had a 9-month diploma course and we did bandhas I think in the 5th or 6th month. So it does take time for you to actually learn the bandhas, and it's important that you give yourself the time to acclimatize to yogic practices and then take on the mastery of bandhas. So I hope this video has helped you and provides you more yogic theoretical knowledge, and I'll be back with a video next week. Until then, keep blasting.